Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Arsenal have lost to Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium in the FA Cup third round. Embarrassingly, 2-0. And if you ask me how we've lost that game, without scoring a single goal, I do not know. I absolutely don't have a fucking idea how Arsenal have gone on to lose one game that everyone thought we were going to win. We've lost a game that no other team in the world could ever lose. We had chance after chance after chance. We created chance after chance after chance, and we missed every single chance. Liverpool had 3 chances, 2 of them into the back of the net. 1 of them hits the crossbar, and they are winners at the Emirates Stadium. It's very, very embarrassing. 3 games in a row now. Mikel Arteta, very good at making excuses, very good at coming out in press conferences and reassuring the fan base on how we're working on this and that. Is simply not good enough, and he's becoming a weak manager. He's becoming a mediocre manager, and that is the truth. Because what mediocre managers do, they start the season very well, and by December they're out of every single competition. You're out of the Carabao Cup, you're out of the FA Cup, you're not going to win the Champions League, and you're definitely off the Premier League as well. So for me, if he's going to become a weak manager, if he's going to be a weak manager, we better get rid of him as quick as we can. This is unacceptable. Such good football, and we've lost without scoring a goal. We've now gone 3 games losing. We have gone 2 games at the Emirates Stadium not picking up a win, and in those games, I tell you what, in this Liverpool game, if it was replayed 10 times out of 10, Arsenal lose that game. Because you know why? The problems we are losing games are not going away. The problems are the same. Every single day we are missing chances, and we've talked about it on the channel. We've talked about it every single everywhere on all socials. Arsenal's problem is a striker, right? And when it came to January, Mikel Arteta boldly, with Edu and his team, they are saying we need to sign a left back. That is where the priority is. We need to get in someone who plays a left back. That is not the priority. Today, 10 times out of 10, the guy at left back concedes that goal, right? Because it's an own goal, and it happens on a bad day. But how many times did Kai Havertz miss a chance? How many times did Bukayo Saka miss a chance? He was absolutely rubbish, by the way, today. How many times did Reece Nelson, who I thought was fairly decent, but in the end, rubbish as well? How many times did he miss a chance? How many times are we missing chances? And how many times are we going to go on all our socials and go, well, we played well, but we should have won that game. We played well, 9 times out of 10, we win that game. No, we do not. We don't win that game 9 times out of 10 because we don't score the goals, right? We don't score the goals, and this is a real problem at this Arsenal team. This is a real problem, and that problem, you never win games when you're not scoring goals. Like, Mikel can do whatever he can, and this is on him. This is on the manager. It is not on any other one. It's on the manager, because he has sacrificed the attack to solidify the midfield, solidify the defense as well. And look, we are leaking goals. Clubs are running through the midfield like they want. Liverpool, look at both of goals, both chances they got in this game, the clear-cut chances. They are just running through the midfield. So the midfield is dead, the defense is dead, and the attack is dead. So what were we trying to fix at the beginning of the campaign? What were we trying to fix last summer? We've spent 200 million, and we are absolute shite. We are absolutely very poor in front of goal, in terms of creating chances, and whatever we do, absolutely very poor. Now, if you watch this game, I'm very sure in the first half, you felt Arsenal should be 3-0 up. Arsenal should be falling up, because Liverpool had 1 chance in the first half, and that was Trent Alexander-Arnold absolutely purely hitting the ball. It hits the crossbar, and yeah, it's 0-0. And maybe that is when Mikel Arteta should have looked into it and said, we need a striker. So probably let me put on Eddie Nketiah in this game. I'm not saying Eddie is the best striker you have, but he's the only striker available. With Gabriel Jesus injured, he's the only striker option available. Saka was shite. Reece Nelson in the second half, absolutely garbage. Pure garbage. So if you have those 2 players that are giving you absolute garbage, you need a goal. Why don't you just bring on your striker, the only striker you have, on the bench, and then you have to wait until later to bring on Eddie Nketiah? It doesn't make any sense, right? It really doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand what Mikel is thinking and what the coaching team are thinking, because they're clearly not trying to find a solution to the lack of goals. It's either we are clueless, it's either we are out of options, or we are actually having just a nightmare season last season, which was very, very surprisingly beautiful, a beautiful nightmare, and now we are back to reality. I mean, we've got to ask the real questions. Was last season an indication that we are getting better, or is this season back to reality? The way it looks is back to reality. Not picking up any 3 points against Fulham, losing to West Ham, and now losing to Liverpool in a game where they don't have Virgil van Dijk, they don't have Dominic Szoboszlai, they don't have Mo Salah. We are back to reality. We are back to reality settings, and this is Mikel Arteta, and this is the real Arsenal. This is what Arsenal do. They give you that bit of hope, and then they take it away. And then what we have to do right now, it is January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. We've got to wait for the next fucking season for us to go, oh, I tell you what, we will win it this season. No, we are not going to win it next season. We are not going to get better. And that's the problem with this team. That's the problem with the manager. That's the problem with everyone, concerned with this team. We always think we are going to be better next season. We always think there is something happening next season. For 20 fucking years, Arsenal think, and Arsenal fans, we think there is something that's going to happen next season. Nothing's going to happen next season. That is the truth. Every single time this team steps onto the pitch, we are losing something now. Every single time this team steps onto the pitch, they are performing poorly in a department where they've been so good. The defense now is a shambles. The attack last season was very good. They are now a shambles. And I tell you, that midfield, the way the likes of Harvey Elliott, and all those crap Liverpool players were actually bypassing our midfield press, it is as better as having none of them there. So if you're Mikel Arteta, where do you go from here, right? What explanation is he going to put onto the table to actually satisfy us that this is the reason why this team is performing poorly, right? Because at the beginning of the season, he tampered with the tactics that had assured us points last season. And we all went, this is something new. It's a new season. We have beaten Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. Everything will be all right. Now, the defense has died. That is the only department that has been serving Mikel Arteta this season. That is the only part of this team that has been alive. So it's dead. We have conceded a beautiful 7 goals in the last 3 games, won none, and picked up 0 fucking points in any of those games. So it means that now your defense is dead. The goalkeepers, he swapped them out, during the summer, and the department is absolute shite. So he's killed the goalkeeping department, he's killed the defense, he's killed the midfield, he's killed the attack. What are we left with? And that's the point. Last season, I'm telling you, we compared Raya and Ramsdale, and Raya was a very good goalkeeper at Brentford last season, but I don't think we needed 30 million, 35 million worth of a goalkeeper in the summer. It was not there. There's no reason for us to actually spend 35 million on a goalkeeper. And I tell you, last season, the same performances, the same fate in competitions is what we're looking at. And I'm going to bet you this, and I'm going to make this early prediction. FC Porto will kick Arsenal out of the Champions League, because that is what happened really last season. We crumbled a little bit around January, and when we crumbled, Sporting Lisbon took that advantage, kicked us out of the Europa League. You remember the rest is history. Manchester City kicked out of the FA Cup on the first game. How many times have we now lost the first game in the FA Cup under Mikel Arteta? Ever since he came in. And there is evidence enough to show that if Mikel Arteta came in while Arsenal were on the first game of the FA Cup, we don't win that trophy. Because he doesn't have the guts, he doesn't have the ability to go beyond the first game, beyond the third round. He doesn't have it. It is shocking. It is absolutely shocking the way this team is losing games. It is absolutely shocking the way Mikel Arteta looks at it and he goes, this is better. We did so many things. This one is saying, we've done so many good things very right, and we expect the team to do better. We expect, he says, six times out of 10, we win this game. There are no 6 times out of 10. A game you lose never comes back. It's like the clock, right? It's 90 minutes. You either win those 90 minutes or you don't, right? And I think people were actually misled when Liverpool gave us a little bit of respect, lost a couple of chances, missed a couple of chances, at the Anfield, and we thought we were at the same level as Liverpool. We are actually not at the same level. We are not at the same level as this Liverpool team. They have shown absolute character. They have shown us what champions and what winning teams are supposed to do. It's character, because we were all over them. We were, jumping onto them. We were winning every first ball. We were winning every second ball. But Liverpool decided we will not concede. And that is the vital point about a winning team. Can you win in games where you're not playing well, right? So in games where we are not playing well, against Fulham, Arsenal lose. And in games where we are playing absolutely very, very well, we are also losing. So it means that you don't have a guarantee that you will win a game. At the Emirates Stadium, clubs are coming there and they're battering us, butchering us, giving us fantastic lessons, 90 minutes. Like, no one respects the Emirates Stadium. And for me, if you're Mikel Arteta and you're manager, and you have such a wonderful fan base, and you have such a wonderful, board that is backing you, 688 million euros spent in the last 3 years, you've got to be fucking kidding us to go, what? I can't win anything at the moment. Because Liverpool have also spent almost about the same amount of money during the same period of time, or even less. And look at how Liverpool are. Look at how brilliant they are. They had a shit season, but they are much better. But this manager, for me, has got a problem. And his coaching staff, they have a problem. I actually would say the right thing to do right now is get rid of those guys that are coaching these players in terms of scoring goals. Just get rid of them, right? The clinical levels at this team, and I said this on Twitter, they are shocking. The clinical levels for Arsenal are shocking, embarrassing, bad, poor, disgraceful. That's the one. Uninspiring. You cannot be getting sitters. I looked at Kai Havertz today and I'm like, wow, this is 75 million. 75 million for you to play a long, small striker up top. That gets you a good striker, right? That gets you a good goal scorer. For 75 million. And we could have spent 100 million on a striker, and this team would have been better. Because I tell you, with a striker like Aubameyang up top, without Kai Havertz and without David Raya, Arsenal win this game. And without Julian Timber, Arsenal win this game. So we have neglected our priority for years and years and years. Since 2020, we are neglecting our priority, which is getting a goal-scoring goal-scoring striker, getting a goal-scoring machine, someone who cares about scoring goals, someone who thinks that when you in the middle of the box, you are in the middle of the goal. So hit it straight. I think that's what we are missing. And for me, it goes back to Mikel Arteta and his team and whoever is actually, advising him. We are getting the wrong output. Whoever is in charge of making sure that we are scoring goals is making the wrong decision and is giving these players the wrong training. You cannot tell me that Liverpool have had around 4 shots on goal. Diaz 1, Jota 1, Kivio 1, and Trent 1, and they have scored. I think they had around 5, and they have scored 2. And Arsenal had like 1 million shots, and we scored 0. Same against West Ham, and Mikel Arteta was boasting about it during West Ham. We are not going to win titles when we play like this. We need to play better in the penalty area, and we had 30 shots. If we replay this game, we win it. You don't win this game. When you replay that game, you don't win that game. That is the truth. You don't win that game. And I was looking at Klopp and he was smiling. It's like, this is this team is absolute shine. We just picked up 2 goals at their own ground in a game that they dominated, and we're now heading to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Undeservingly, this team is a joke. And that is a statement from Liverpool, and that's a statement to the Premier League, and that is a statement to everyone in the league that we are a joke. Arsenal are a joke. The manager is a joke. The players are a joke. You cannot be taking 90 touches for you to make the ball cross over the line, and Liverpool are taking 2 touches to make the ball cross over the line. I don't care if we are going to get better. I don't care if this team is young. For me, the character that the team needed to win was to make sure that we make the ball cross over the line. We had 90 minutes to do that, and we didn't do that. So wherever the excuses are, I don't want to hear young players, promising team, all that kind of bullshit. You either are winning or you're losing, regardless of your age, regardless of the average age of the team. Right? We'll be talking about Mikel Arteta in the next video. We'll be doing our player ratings as well. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.